house is a mess. I guess that doesn't matter.
The last two songs we'll start with. The last song that we did. From August of 2012 to July of 2013, I wrote, recorded, and released a record every single month and put it out for free on bashfulhips.com. And kind of it started with broke up. I started my own project, and I didn't want to be in a band anymore. So I stopped playing punk rock and I stopped playing guitar, and the last band that I was in, we were incorporating electronic elements, and I got really super into it, and I thought I could just be my own band and start doing it by myself. So I started using this program called Reason, playing mainly keyboards, not really any real live instrumentation. And the idea was kind of, because the last band fell apart, that what I'd do was just release one 5-song EP and then kind of take a break. And then kind of what happened, it just the floodgates broke open, and I just couldn't stop writing, and I couldn't stop recording, and it was just super easy to release that amount of music for that time. So it was all broken up in volumes. So July was volume 1, August volume 2, and then August 2013 came. Everything kind of changed again, and I was offered a job to move to Nashville. And once I got to Nashville, I wasn't playing shows. I started work on a new record, but it was a slow, long, drawn-out process, and it turned into a record of ballads. And that record is called Too Old for a Coming-of-Age Story, which will be released February 14th.
No, that's a great album title, man. What is that? Just something you feel as you feel, or do you feel like you're too old to be fucking Hercules or something, or what's the deal on that?
The truth is so Nashville. I go home to Massachusetts. I hook up with like a childhood sweetheart, and I thought I finally had it perfect. I thought everything was good.
And then what happened?
Well, and then we had to. She was Canadian, so we had to go to Montreal to clean up her life before we would move to Denver was the plan. So I left my job. I sold my car. I got rid of all my stuff. Got down to a duffel bag and a box of possessions and went to Montreal. And then we get to Montreal, and the chick just it falls apart, just like super falls apart, and I fall apart too. And she told me she didn't love me and she wanted me out. So and then I asked her, kind of been looking for some sort of universal meaning, and I asked her, does this have any universal meaning? What does this mean, in the larger context of things in life? And she told me I was too old for a coming-of-age story. And in a lot of ways, that represents the record very, very well. While I was in Nashville, I was I was having a hard time feeling. I was really, really flat. And I kept looking for meaning in all these different things, and I wasn't finding it. And I was trying to find some sort of conclusionary thing. And to be honest, the new record doesn't find any conclusionary fact about anything. It's more just pure, sober frustration.
So let me ask a bizarre question, dude. Do you ever think you're going to stop making music, or is this just an expressive thing for you? Is this just I mean, because you talk about how the new album has no conclusion, man, and having been there and having listened to a lot of the albums, to say that like it's something different from any of your other albums is bullshit. There is no conclusion in a lot of your work. And do you think it's just an open-ended thing for the rest of your existence? You'll be doing it. There's an old line from Nietzsche where he's talking about how he's embarrassed about his writing, how it's a compulsion. It's not something he does because he wants to or because it's fun, but because it's cathartic and he's addicted to it the same. Do you think you kind of have the same compulsion?
Yeah. Relative, in life, like socially, I'm a relatively quiet guy. I don't need to make my presence known. And so what I've learned to do is express myself through music. But the first part of your question was, would I ever stop making music? I don't know. I don't think so. I don't work in any other sort of medium. Recently this has become what I do for a living, which is super tough. No, I don't think I'll ever stop making music. And is it a compulsion to make music? Yeah, for that first go around with the first 14 volumes, yeah, it was a compulsion to make music. I didn't have a choice. If I didn't do it, I would have gone insane. It was like my own version of therapy to get all of those things out. I do feel that volume 14 did have a conclusion. Like there was a conclusion. And then I thought when that record was over, that that things would be, that there was a closing of a chapter. But what happened was Nashville became this in-between chapter. And I actually, to be honest, repeated a lot of the same behavior again, over and over again. So I just started working on new music. So I got a new record coming out, but I don't want to get people confused. But yeah, there's still a compulsion to make music.
Dude, so from what I'm hearing, man, hearing you talk about it and listening to the album, if anybody out there if any of the 7 people who are listening currently have any sort of curiosity about this, go to bashfulhips.com. All 14 records are available for free to stream or download. The thing is this music is very, very honest, man. Do you ever get nervous and scared by exposing yourself too much, or kind of like me, the fact that there's a microphone in front of me and I can't see anyone who's judging me right now? Does that sort of take the socially conscious sting out of it?
The stranger aspect of it, like people who I don't know, listening to it, there's way more, it's 100-fold that there's people who I don't know listening to the music than people I do know. Most of the people in my personal life don't listen to my music. Now, the times where there is people who've listened to the music, especially when it was coming out in almost real time, it created awkward moments. And there was a few people who did say I was being exploitative and exposing things about myself that involved them that they didn't want the public to know. And you know what? I don't really care to be honest. Just don't care.
Yeah, it's just one of those fearless artist things, or I don't know.
Well, as artists, I think our job is, whatever medium you work in, whether it's radio or music or painting or whatever, it's about observing. It's all about observing, and what we do is we write what we observe, and I think that separates the mass manufacturers from the actual artists, is that we're not copying anything. We're doing what we actually see. And if I didn't, what would I write about if I wasn't writing about what I see? I might be prolific, but I'm not some sort of highbrow college type who, can just write about, ancient Greeks paintings that, are better than the Roman, I'm not talking about that sort of thing.
You're not an art douche.
Well, yeah.
You're just not
I'm
an
not
art
trying
douche
to,
when it
I'm not
comes
trying
down
to
to it.
intellectualize how I feel. It's just how I feel. So it's supposed to be pure. It's not supposed to be this over intellectualizing what's going on. It's just an observation. So I'm not saying it's the truth. It's my personal observation. And the cool thing is I put it down in a song, and no one can interrupt it. I can turn it off. They can't interrupt it. Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
That's. Well.
All right, man. Well, hopefully those of you out there who are listening have a little bit of a better thing. Again, I've known the guy for, I'm 24 now, 7 years, and I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. It's a roller coaster. So I'm going to play a quick bit from our sponsor before we get back into the music. Hopefully hold that all in your mind before, I don't know, before you figure anything out. I'm going to go for a smoke break. This is a long bit, but it's worth it. and then we'll get back in with Ian Fellerman of the Bashful Hips. It's the Rev. I know this is a little more intellectual than you're used to, a lot less dick and fart jokes. But, sometimes I'm a person. Sometimes I don't want to talk about my cock on air. Anyway, up next is, you remember these, the 50 Shades bits.
Christian is standing
So,
over me,
we'll be
grasping a
right back.
plated leather
Look like my ex-wife. Probably not the way to start a relationship, right? I don't go out on Saturday night. Yeah, I go for a run. Or write a song for an old friend. Yeah, count up paychecks. Looking at numbers. Get my bank account right. Smoke cigarettes. Count shooting stars across the moon at 2 a.m. Wait for till 3. Try to go to sleep. Well, I'm sorry that I wronged you. I'm sorry that my heart moved. Well, I'm sorry that I wronged you. Well, I'm sorry about your heart. Gotten into decent shape. My body built like my mind. Stretched out and thin. Bent in certain places. I've fallen off and gone back out again. A greyhound bus that goes nowhere. I've searched and searched across the mainland. It all seems the same. Well, it's a shame. It's a shame. Well, I'm sorry that I wronged you. I'm sorry that my heart moved. Well, I'm sorry that I wronged you. Well, I'm sorry about your heart.
All right. More of that song's called Saturday Night. One of my personal favorites. The first time I've heard it. Dude, so you just recently moved to Denver, man. How long have you been here?
About 3 weeks.
And how's the snatch scene going?
Well, I am single. I am available. I am on the shelf. Anyone can come pick me up. Yeah, nothing. Haven't really met anyone so far, but it's only been 3 weeks, so.
So what do you think of Denver, man?
I think I'm getting shows booked pretty much right away since I've been here. There's
Do you have any upcoming shows?
Yeah, I've got 2 upcoming shows. I've got the 31st, that bookstore, that record store. Sorry, I'm new here.
Black and Red.
Black and Red. We're playing
70th and Wadsworth.
70 in Wadsworth, and that's free. And I believe that'll be at about 3 o'clock. It's a cool record store, bookstore. So I'm stoked on that. And then February 14th, got record release party and also Lonely Valentines. So that goes back to the woman conversation. February 14th, Too Old for a Coming of Age story comes out. So we're gonna have I'm gonna have a record release party there, and that's at 7 p.m. And I'll do probably do the whole record live, and then I've got some new stuff from a producer friend of mine that I hopefully will be ready to try out that night. So it'll be a release of a whole bunch of good stuff.
Dude, awesome, man. So Saturday the 31st?
Saturday the 31st.
And Valentine's Day.
And
Boo.
Valentine's Day. And then, I'm playing any open stage. So I've been doing 10-minute sets all over town. So, if you need I'll play your house party, I'll play your dinner party, I'll play your kid's bar mitzvah.
And how can people get in contact with you for that?
Really
especially
easy.
for the bar mitzvah. That would be great bar mitzvah music, some like post-industrial noise rock.
Yeah.
Oh, and little Johnny now turned 13 as well. He's a man.
Some like goth rock for your angry little Jewish kid's bar mitzvah.
Mazel tov.
Yeah. Gotheltov or something.
Gotheltov.
Gotheltov.
I hate Jesus so Baruchatai. Him.
Yeah. Molotov. All right. Molotov. Molotov.
That's an angry 13, an angry Jewish 13-year-old is a Molotov.
I can't do Facebook.
Don't do Facebook.
I just can't do Facebook. So if you go to bashfulhips.com, my email's up there. It's super easy. It's my name. It's ianfellerman@gmail.com. Also, you contact me through there, and it's really easy. Just go online. You click email. It'll pull up your email, and you can email me there. Yeah, man, I'm just not digging the Facebook thing. I just can't do it.
Dude, so you're playing like weird, bizarre music, man. There has to be like stories of misadventure and mayhem somewhere in your catalog, man. What's the craziest thing that has happened to you? I know that's a really friggin' softball jerk-off question, but
craziest thing that happened to me in playing music, or just or from this. Well, the whole project's crazy. Craziest thing that happened to me doing Bashful Hips. You know what? The music's insane, but my life is completely normal.
Dude.
The music is good. I'm not a big bar scene guy, so basically, you play the set, get off stage, shake a couple hands, get some phone numbers.
Go home and crack out on some hand sanitizer because you shook those hands.
Yeah. Go home, watch a little 30 Rock, drink a little tea. I try to go to sleep, but I'm up until 6 o'clock in the morning. But no, there's really no debauchery in Bashful Hips. I'm pretty make crazy music, but pretty normal guy.
I suppose that's the same way, man. Did you ever meet Pete Holmes when we were back in Aspen?
No.
Dude, he was when Chuck Liddell couldn't fight, he was one of the backups for him for Chuck Liddell, the UFC fighter. And man, the guy kicked the crap out of people for a living, but he was the nicest guy. He was friendly. Definitely shook your hand a little too hard if you met him.
I hate a hard handshake. That's like the worst. Especially as a musician, you're like some dude comes up and just like that was a great set, and then he grabs your hand and squeezes it as hard as he can. It's like, all right, dude, I understand. You're incredibly manly and you have a hard handshake. Like, that's awesome, but I'm a musician. Like, please don't break my hand.
Just eat shit.
Yeah. No, I'm tired of that. No manly handshakes.
All right, man. One more. So no manly handshake.
No manly handshake.
We're gonna head through
if
a bit.
If you see me, do not give me a manly handshake. Soft, light, effeminate handshake does me well.
Give him a if you want to. For those of you, that's a 45-degree angle wrist cock. I love saying cock on air. So we're gonna get back to the music after another one of our stupid bits. Ian, do you have anything to say in specific?
Yeah, right now on the website, it's actually this is the 15th release, but it's an introductory record. So I know that there's a ton of 14 records is a lot to kind of bite into. So what I did was I took one song from each record, and I wrote an essay on each month and what that record was about or what I was doing at the time. And it's kind of a retrospective, an introduction, and it's kind of a way, a platform to set up for the newest record. So when you go to the website, bashfulhips.com, you'll see introductory records. Start there. Check out all the videos. There's like 15, 16 different music videos. Come check out all that sort of stuff. But yeah, the intro record is what I'm pimping right now.
Bitchin', pimp away, man. We'll be right back. That's a delicious cigarette. Dude, so tell me about this chick, man. This chick, the most recent one. Full disclosure, I live with him, so I have to deal with this. So we're going to do it on air. We're going to have some air therapy.
Therapy. All right. Well, I guess I just like work backwards, man. Like I'm just trying to, I had a good job for 5-6 years. Let me kind of like travel around the country, and it's funny, man. It's like the first, I think it was volume 5, something like that. I'd written a song for her, and I hadn't seen her since I was like 13, and I just imagined, a life together with her. And then, we kind of kept in contact, and then she wrote a song about me, which was awesome, And then I'm originally from Massachusetts, so I was going home, and we hooked back up at a wedding, and it was kind of like sparks flew, and I broke my golden rule of not move, you shouldn't move in with a girl right away, but I let her into my life.
And so you guys met at a wedding, man.
We've known each other since we were 13.
Did you guys go to school together?
Yeah, we went to school together, and like when I was 13, man, I had the giantest crush on her, and like I remember once, like we were 13 and I was hanging out with like all these 18-year-old girls, and like she was at the party. I was 14, she was 13, and then we were hanging out at the party, and like we like everyone partied, and like she was brought by her older sister, I was brought by this other girl. I was a bad kid. I had like a totally like misspent youth that I'm dealing with all those problems right now. But like I remember that like when we were 13, we like there was nothing weird, there was no sex or anything like that, but
you
like
sure?
But yeah. We like
7
snuggled,
seconds in
and like I remember like our feet touched, like it was crazy.
And you had a weird 13-year-old erection.
Yeah, and she was beautiful when she was 13, and then we meet back up like almost 10 years later, and everything was really good for like 6 months, longer. Things were good for a really long time, and it was awesome, and I thought that it was finally like the one, and I've been really careful about exposing my personal life to. I expose it to strangers through music all the time, but I'm really guarded in my personal life about letting people in, and then.
She just got you by the balls, man.
Yeah, she had me wrapped around her finger, and I'm not a party guy. I'm just not, and I'm over the party scene. I don't want to party. I want to like settle down. I do this art, like a lot of people are artists, and they're like, oh, I make art, and you're like, oh, cool, like what have you done? And they haven't done anything in like 2 years since they graduated college. Like this is a business, like this is a way to make money. This is my living. This is what I do. It's a professional thing.
Well,
and
Jack White, actually, everybody knows Jack White. I don't have to introduce him, but have you read his most recent art? He did an interview. I think it was with the Rolling Stone, man, but everybody's giving him crap because who was it? Paramount. Paramount is now backing Third Man Records, his big company, and he was like, "Hey, listen, they have people who promote on purpose, who spent their whole life gaining the talent to promote, why wouldn't I do with them?
Well, dude, this is a business, and like I'm in a tough spot because I make kind of weird avant-garde type music. So I'm not never gonna have the audience that Jack White has or anything like that. But I can make a couple bucks. I can try to survive. I'm not surviving right now, but I'm trying to. But yeah, man, we got to Montreal, all these losers, man, just getting messed up, talking all this game, and this super pretentious, and I don't know, man, I just didn't buy into it. And then it's just the party scene, and I'm not a partier, man. I want to work. I'm all about gangstar.
Dude,
you gotta work.
You gotta work, man.
Yeah.
Dude, so this is a question I haven't asked you, man. Do you think you miss out on anything because of that, or do you think that's just
Well, dude, the stories are the same every single time. Oh, I got drunk, I messed up, I kissed this dude, or I made out with this chick, or I got laid, or I got drunk, I got into a fight, no one's talking to me today. All the stories are exactly the same. No, I don't I feel like I'm missing out, definitely, what I miss, I'm not with the chick who I want to be with, so I'm missing out with her. The moments that she could hang out and not party, but so I'm missing out on that. But not being in the party scene, no, I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I don't feel like I'm missing anything. I'm open, I'm trying to be more open to people. I'm trying not to be judgmental of other people and what they do. They can do their thing. I can do my thing. Live and let live. But no, man, I like the small things in life. I like grocery shopping. I like cooking. I like going for a run. I like doing the small little things. I really enjoy a sip of tea. I'll get into that tea. I'm like, oh, this tea is the best. It's the small little things that get me excited. Right now, I don't have much self-interest in life right now, but
dude, so in Denver, man, has that screwed you up at all?
Being that this is a big party city?
Yeah, exactly.
No, man, people in Denver are awesome. So far, it's cool. They want to party to my music, which is awesome. So I'm there to provide that service. And it's very, I give, they give, you could buy some more t-shirts, that's for sure. But I give, my art, and the city is incredibly receptive to the music so far. And I've been here 3 weeks, got shows booked, doing these 10-minute sets all over town. So far the city's treated me very well. Just need the money to come in.
Dude, so let's work back, man. Because I knew you back in Aspen, man. What generated the blast of the 14 record thing, man? Because that's you hear these big artists, they put out a record a year, dude. 14 albums in 14 months, and these are full length albums, man. What was that just a survival tactic, man?
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to break the cycle of where I've got everything going for me and then it explodes. So again, when the 14 records thing started, my life had exploded, and because I'm not involved in the party scene, and I don't have a huge group of friends. What I do is I make music. I'm an artist. I make music. This is what I do. There's so far there hasn't been another real reason for me to be on the planet except to generate music, except for to generate art. And that's what I do. And it's not the most, I spend, right now, because I'm not, I don't work for someone else. I'll spend 12, 14, 16 hours, alone.
Just pumping out stuff.
Well, pumping out stuff, running errands, trying to keep the business going, but it just is what it is, man.
Awesome, dude. Well, we're going to give you another block of 3 Bashful Hips songs. Again, even living with the guy, I haven't heard very much of this. He seems to be a lot more shy when he doesn't have a microphone in front of him. But so we're going to give you a block. I'm not even going to come back and say goodbye. I think you guys should just go to hell.
Can I give one shout out?
Give one shout out, yeah.
Yeah. I just want to give a shout out to.
Actually, do all your plugs right now.
All right. First, shout out to Dark Matter Jesus, who does some of the beats. We did about 3 records together. You heard a couple songs by him tonight. So this Dark Matter Jesus, Bandcamp. Check him out. All the artists who always do the album covers for me, thank you so much. And then finally, bashfulhips.com. Too Old for a Coming of Age Story, out February 14th. Record release February 14th at Strange Grounds, and then January 31st at, what's that bookstore?
Black and Red.
Black and Red, 3 o'clock. Doing a cool little mini set there. So come check us out over there, man.
Awesome, dude. We're going to get right back into it with Mood Rings. You've been listening to Strange Days with the Rev and Brother Ian to keep the weird ecclesiastical theme going. He'll be around for a long time. Again, check out the site bashfulhips.com. Make sure to hire him. He's a nice guy. At the very least, give him a microphone and let him talk at your wedding or something, because it'll be interesting one way or the other. Much love. I'll see you guys next week. Thank you so much. Goodbye.
And I've been using a mood ring to figure out how I feel. It always shows the same thing. Green and purple, active yet romantic. Couldn't feel more opposite than what this ring has to say. And I dreamt of a girl did not know, with red lipstick smeared on her lips and cheeks. Black hair, black dress. Black hair, black dress. Black hair, black dress. So she got undressed, left me feeling a mess. Black hair, black dress. Black hair, black dress. Sail away, leave my broken heart on the harbor. Let my body float away. Be a new man, your mind will change. Leave those women I cause pain. Black hair, black dress. Black hair, black dress. Black hair, black dress. So she got undressed, left me feeling a mess. Black hair, black dress. Black hair, black dress. Being so far away on a continent checks my name. Be a postcard, picture of Spain.